John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today we are going to go over our newest addition to our inventory. This is a 1965 Ford Mustang convertible. As we sit here and look at this car, this is a very nice, classy looking car here. Again, done in the Wimbledon white exterior here, of course with our red stripe to go along with the interior that's in this car. Now on this car, again, all of the paint and all the body work and lines and so forth all looks very good. Nice and smooth and shiny paint the whole way around the car. All of our bright work, our bumpers, front and rear, the emblems, any of your trim around the windows and such, all of that is in really good shape, all polished up and all nice and straight. Now as far as our wheels and tires, we'll go over those real quick right now. These are just 14-inch steel wheels from the factory, but they do have, we put the hubcaps on these with the red Mustang center caps in them. Gives it a nice classy look there for the 14-inch wheel. And then as far as the tires, we've got all four the same size. They're 205 75 R14s, and the tread on these things is in really good condition. Now as far as the rest of the car, as you can see, we've got 289 badging on the front fender. We've got the Mustang logo and the script there on the front fender. Of course, I already mentioned that red lower body stripe there that goes from front fender all the way back to the quarter panel. Our doors, you can see the gaps here on this car, very nice. You can see how nice and uniform they are front to back. Elevations are dead on here, and again you can see all of your body lines all match up really well in this car. Again, bright work here as far as our chrome door handles go. Those are in nice shape. Mirror here on the driver's side, the chrome is in great shape. Glass is in great shape too. Now the one thing you don't see here is the convertible top. Again, you've seen plenty of pictures and so forth with it up and down. It's the white convertible top. As you can see, it's power top too. And we've got the white convertible top boot here that snaps in place here whenever you have it down, so it keeps it nice and protected from the outside elements. Gives the car a real nice look too. And we'll go ahead and open our door. Not that you can't see the interior, but we can see it even a little better now. So it's got the all red interior, the low back bucket seats up front seat belts, red dash. We got the black glove box lid over there with the Mustang logo over there. All factory instrumentation, and yes, it does work. And we got the factory AM radio and heater controls there. Of course, we got the automatic floor shifter there, red door panels as well. All of your seals and such too for your top and everything, all your glass goes up against. All of that is in great shape too in this car. Door shuts nice and easy. You can see the chrome inserts back here on the quarter panels too. Those all look good. Again, all the body panels all nice and straight on this car. As we come around the back, again, you see that nice chrome bumper. You got the chrome fuel cap back here. Also your taillights, the lenses, and the bright work, the bezels around those. Those are all in great shape. Our trunk itself, all the gaps and elevations on there is in excellent shape. And then right below, we've got the little bumperettes. And as we'll show you from the underside of the car, this has just a single exit exhaust on it that exits right underneath the rear balancer. Let me grab the key. We're going to open up that trunk for you, show you down inside. That way you get to see how nice that is too. So let's go ahead and open that up. There we go. So the trunk lock works, latch works, your hood hinges and your spring all intact, and those are functioning. Again, holding the trunk lid up all on its own. Underside here also done in the Wimbledon white. Your trunk weather stripping here all the way around is in great shape, nice and soft. No rips or tears in any of that, so that's going to seal up really nice. Inside, you can see we've got a spare tire on the steel wheel. You've got your bumper jack here with the proper mounts. We got the lug wrench in there too. We've got the trunk mat. Now, as we'll show you from underneath, again, the trunk floor itself is in good shape, but from the underside, you'll understand that on these cars here, your fuel tank mounts in from inside the trunk here, from down and through the top here, and that consists of the majority of your trunk floor. So with that said, the fuel tank on this, when you see it, it's in great shape. so you know your trunk floor for the most part is all in great shape. We'll close that up. Again, that's closes up nice and easy, nice and flush with the quarter panels. And again, now down the passenger side of the vehicle. Panels are all nice and straight. We've already gone over the wheels and tires. You can just kind of look at the condition of those. Now on the passenger side, your door gaps there, again, very uniform. Elevations are dead on with the fender and the quarter panel. And again, all of your body lines all line up. We'll just take a quick peek to our interior on this side. And you'll notice again, nice red interior, red carpeting. Now the underside of the convertible top is black on here, but you'll see all of your door panels and such are in good shape. Your dash itself is in good shape. There's no cracks in any of that. And you see the sun visors there too, all tipped up, and they look good. So again, that side shuts nice and easy as we work our way to the front. Again, just all the matching emblems and such here on the passenger side, and that'll bring us to the very front of the vehicle. As you can see, we've got the chrome bumper that's nicely polished up. You've got the Mustang grille here with the pony insert here right in the center. Of course, our headlights here, these are your traditional seal beam units, so your highs and lows all right here. Glass lenses, there's no cracks or chips in any of that. Your bezels here, again, all painted, and they look great too. You've got a steel hood here. This is your stock factory steel hood. Your gaps here and elevations on your hood are all in good shape. Your windshield, that is in great shape too. Now we're going to open this up and talk about the motor that we have along with the rest of the drivetrain. So first and foremost, the underside of the hood, all painted white just like the exterior of the car. Of course, your engine compartment's all blacked out here, and they've gone with everything to make it look all stock appearing underneath here. So you see the stock factory air cleaner and valve covers all painted alike. Now you do see the sticker on there, 289 cubic inch. This is not the original motor for this car. This is a 302 motor. Now later on in the video, I may have made a mistake and called it out as a 289, but it is in fact a 302 cubic inch small block Ford engine. Now underneath that air cleaner, it's got the stock 2-barrel carburetor, stock cast intake manifold. It's also got the stock cast exhaust manifolds on it as well. You can see up here we've got power steering. It is a manual brake car though, and it's manual 4-wheel drum brakes, although the brakes work very good on the car for being drum brakes. You can see our ignition. They've kept it all stock with the stock style points ignition, and the coil over there too, stock style coil. Of course, we got the plug wires in there, and those have been changed obviously when it's been tuned up before. We've got this stock style radiator here with a 4-blade steel fan as well. Of course, you got your struts in here too, and your fender braces as well. So that is pretty much it for your motor. Nothing too flashy or fancy there, just kept it pretty stock appearing under the hood. Now again, our exhaust, it's going to be a dual exhaust, of course, coming out of the manifolds. It does taper into one single pipe going into a transverse mounted muffler. Again, you'll see all of this from the underside, and then just a single outlet for your tailpipe there too. As far as transmission goes with this car, we've got a C5 automatic transmission, and then for the rear end it's an 8-inch Ford 276 gear in that rear end. So that's pretty much it for our Mustang here. As you see it sitting here, we're going to close this up now. We're going to get it on our lift. We'll go through the entire underside with you, and then we'll finally end up back underneath the hood. We'll start this 302 up. We'll let you hear what that sounds like. Alright, so we're underneath our 1965 Ford Mustang convertible. So we're going to go through the underside of this, just as we do all of our other vehicles. And we'll go over the frame and floors, the steering, suspension, braking components, and the entire drive line for you. So starting up here at the front of the vehicle, suspension wise, this is going to be all factory stock suspension for this particular car. You've got the stock upper and lower control arms here on either side. We do have a front sway bar. Those sway bar bushings at the frame mounts are in good shape, as well as the sway bar end link bushings. Again, with the Ford, you've got the strut rod style front suspension. The bushings on both of our struts here, those are in good shape as well. Now this car is power steering, so you can see the power steering unit right here, just your typical Ford Mustang power steering. And then it's manual brake, and it is drums on all four corners. However, it does still stop and everything all really, really well. Now as far as our steering components, our tie rods are in good shape. The ball joints on either end of all of those are in good shape. Rubber dust boot covers, those are still all intact. So that's going to keep your grease in, keep dirt and debris out. Same thing with the ball joints at your control arms. Everything there is in real good shape. Now while we're up here, we might as well talk about the motor and transmission combo here. All block Ford motor here. We've got that backed up by a C5 automatic transmission. The pan on the motor as well as the transmission, I can see are free of any drips or leaks. They're nice and dry on both of those. And of course at the flywheel here, we do have the flywheel cover. That's going to help protect that flywheel from anything coming in and chipping a tooth or causing any premature failure there. Now as far as the exhaust, that's kind of the next thing we see here. It does have the stock cast exhaust manifolds. Of course you're going to have your two pipes coming down off of that. They do merge into a single pipe. They come back here to a single transverse mounted muffler back here, and just a single exhaust or tailpipe here that exits right underneath that rear bumper. Now as far as the floor goes, the floor is in really good shape on this car. I don't see any patching. All your drain plugs and so forth are intact where they should be. Of course you see the extra bracing through the center here. This is a convertible, so you will see that on those cars. Again, you see all the stamping lines on your floor, so that's all good. Of course our drive shaft, that's a balanced unit. And then the rear end, this is an 8-inch Ford rear end. It's not a posi unit, but it does have a 276 gear ratio in there. So again, that's going to be a decent gear ratio for you to take out and be cruising around. And then back behind all of this, you'll see the gas tank back here. Gas tank's in excellent shape. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's a fairly new tank. All the lines and hoses going through it are in excellent shape. There's no dents or dings in that fuel tank. And then as far as your rear suspension, it's multi-leaf rear suspension, just typical gas charged shocks on the back. E-brake cables all hooked up here. So that's it for underneath our Mustang.